هاي لك اعلى من الميجر.
شلون هاي زين لا بيها هذول البروس؟
هو مو سبونسرد باي فايف، هاي بطولة واحد مسويها. انا هاي ما بيها سبونسر.
لا هذول البروز وين؟
هذول البروز كلهم انفايت، الباقي هذول دارك تايجرز وهاي سووا لهم سولو كواليفاير صراحة. كواليفاير بولند وريتشي وهانجاي. دا اقول لك
اي والله ملوع ما جاي اقدر ابغى.
هلا فاستر فاستر.
Faze, I don't think it's going to be possible. Zero's going to find Olaf in mid instead, but all five stay alive. That keeps 4 AK-47s in contention.
3-0, bit of a bonus round coming up here as well.
يابا انا اللي فيز اللي اشوفه يا اخوان كلش نكست ليفل.
ملوع اسوي لك اياه بالجروب.
يا اخي قادم كلش نكست ليفل.
ملوع ملوع شو؟ اشيل لك اياه بالجروب.
ايش قال؟
لو على مال السيمبل هاي حيروح كان يقول لهم لا ما يرهم سيمبل بيتر وصغيرة بيتر هنا يسوون بيت على جماعتهم ويا يجيبون
والله العظيم والله العظيم يابا اذا تعيد قحطان على لسانك راح نيجي امك يا ابن الزفه يا
رايد انه يحكي على قحطان ما يقدر يشرح.
شنو؟
هذا قحطان ناس بلوعي. بلوعي اقول لك سليم بلوعي.
بلوعي. كوزيرا بيتر.
Starting to find Fleeve. They do at least push him. Toxic Ring's gonna have a bit of problems because he can't retreat all the way, but they won't.
أنا قاعد أتفرج ECS.
No element of surprise. Close there for with the
بلوعي.
هذا معود مدبع.
However, we still have the man advantage. Faze bomb has made it to the side. That's promising.
بلوعي. لك ودحتك بلوعي.
Because the Alive has found Kerrigan. Kerrigan is able to hold the angle and Olaf's going to go down from the front. Suddenly there's a real chance that this goes forward. Nico is to clutch 1 versus 2.
You believe it.
Nico.
For those man to rise to the occasion, he would be it. I'm ticking away now, just over the halfway mark. He has
he's
only got a flashbang, but it's very effective.
يا أخي أنا هذول يبي أسمعهم.
Managing to step up with 2 kills to close things out. It looked like it was a Faze doing the damage, finding the kills.
علي غاية وعلي غاية.
It was a great shot from Color. The AWP has been impressive from him today, especially in this particular round.
ليش ما نتفرج جيم واحد؟ اشمعنى فيز؟
Wow, incredible start, and that's a 3 versus 2 as well. Falls apart for Faze. Good from the Alive, and then saw the shot on the backside of the vents. I thought Keller was going to get caught off because he was looking in to actually trade off at the Alive.
هاي شنو؟ نقدر اللي يفوزون جيمين.
Speaking of, he's going to take down Guardian. And now they are certainly looking well and truly in this game as the 5th round will go their direction. Rain could start with the pistol.
بس أمه جت أكلها.
Duck underneath of his target. Does trade off of that though, but 3 versus 1. I don't think there's really much to be worried about.
وبعد سيء.
Well, this game is just starting to heat up now. It's looking like it could be 5-0. Tell your friends
بعد سيء.
ابن القحوة هذول هانجاي كواليفاير.
شنو كواليفاير؟
سووا كواليفاير لهانجاي بس للهانجاي من وقت تيم هانجاي هو
ما سووا ليش ما سووا للعراق؟ ايش فيك؟ شنو احنا مو بلد؟
تيم فيو ياخذها تيم فيو ياخذها تيم فيو ياخذها
19 تيتات وواحد يلعب
تيم فيو ياخذها تيم فيو ياخذها
هذا يا شنو
One gets inside of the B site. Kerrigan's able to pull one down as well because Kerrigan shuffles around on top of the platform directly.
صح يسوي عليه طاش دوكو وخصم
Faze are controlling. We're going to try and boost Zero back up to get a better approach. Is still down in B, so even if Zero can swing back through middle, maybe finds the kill on this. Fair enough. Olaf. Say he could divide, he could go down middle. Guardian's going to have to consider that, but he's instead they find 0 versus 3. Unfortunately, not going to happen this time around as Kerrigan shuts him down. It's going to be the first round final. 3 players staying alive. Remember, this doesn't tail off. If they lose this round, game agents are going to be in a perfect position.
We had a similar start, remember, when Dark Tigers played against Faze earlier on Mirage. They were actually up 4-0, then Faze came back and won 60.
اتذكر.
We'll get too excited just yet, but still
لا 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 هذول اللاعب ما نحب بالعراق.
لا لاعب الكاس الجبل احسن لي والله.
اتذكر من السي 5 قاموا يشمرون وانجي وانجي.
والله ما حد ما شمه، والله ترككم فول اسبك.
شنو؟
كي معاش حلو الجيم.
من هو؟ يا جان يا مجان.
انا دا اقول لك انا لا تقول لي عاش، انا دا اقول لك قبل عشتوا الجيم مثل ما السي 5 وصل لنا عاش الجيم، انتم وصلتوا لانكم عشتوا الجيم. سهله.
يلا العب انا العب. الله يطلع
فيزي اترك لك المايك.
تعال رايدنج كارير.
لا لا يجي حمزه ما العب. لا
بعدين لا تقرا على الحاسبه هاي ايش بك رايت شيء. هنود عليه. والله بدي اقرا على الحاسبه. اقرا يلا. دواء طبني كل المد.
من اخي صح نسيت جبت سي
دواء طبني كل المد.
نسيت
هو ايش قال سي بي يو 7600.
يا اخي ليش ما جبت 7700 كي
يا معود يا راتي بعد $200.
كان حولك اياها نونو والله.
اقول لك وتوصلت بي ببجي بريميوم ميشن. خليت نشتري ببجي ب 400 $400.
ليش اشتري لك ببجي وانا انسان ما ضيعت كلك بالسيف.
واو
زين لا ليش ما شديت لي بريميوم؟
المهم انا ما ضيعت كلك.
اوقف شد لي بريميوم ايش بيك؟ اسرائيل
ترى
صار لك ايش قد ما حد
الجيم مالتنا كلها امريكا.
هو بالفورك وعدى شيء. ايش سوى يقتل واحد؟
قتل اثنين هاي.
هاي سبراي؟
بهاي الحديده وهو يضرب على الحديده.
الشاقه.
Does let Fleeve getting closer to the corner.
لانه ما شو بدك تزود.
اسمع
23 سنه صار.
He's close enough to have heard guarding. He may have. Get in toward checker now. He knows he's there. Blinded. Smoke's going right and left. So guarding.
بلوعي.
Apparently he pleases to take them down through the smoke.
خربت اليوتيوب كله بهاي الحركه.
بلوعي مو داخل وياك اني بلوعي.
Because there was a trade. And went out against Kerrigan.
اقول
User joined your channel.
لا تسمع الحلم.
Nico will be
لا
patrolling
تسمع
now
الحلم
on
مالك.
the site. If they did execute fully
لو صرت تحكي تريد تخلينا سوا. شو مخلي لك قحطان بجدة ما تصير.
لا 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 انا احسن مشاعر بلوعي الا اذا هو
هاي كارتين شو قلت له بالسموك.
حلم وشلون حالم.
The retake has to begin right here, right now. The problem is the cities have no utility whatsoever. Still smokes, flashbangs, HE's available for the T
يسوي
side.
شويه
Great shot from
انجكت
Guardian, but is
السكيل
it
مال
enough?
تبيك بلوعي.
Zero.
هذا بزون ديتشن او سوي ميوت.
Going for the most audacious.
يا بدي احكي يا رايدن.
He's almost expecting and anticipating that they're going to be saving. He's gotten confidence in both the alive and Fleeve and maybe for the right reasons.
يعني حاسسين باب الشادي كله كان انفايت.
ياباني هسه تيم لايكين جايبون الصين لاستراليا روحوا.
يعني شنو اخويا واصلين على اي اساس بدل منو؟
بدل لاعب.
أمنية حياتي يطلع للمطار مال دبي يطلع ينزلها سناب شات
ايش عبالك؟ لك ابوس خندرتهم
والله
طلعوني.
مو صارت السناب شات الانستغرام مالته حيصير انفينيتي انستا ستوري يصير بلوجر نونو.
طبي حمام يقول الصورة إنني أبوي.
لا لا هاي ويا الفلور. ويا الفلور.
يلا مال ماما. بلوعي تدوس هاي تكبرها الشاشة.
ماكو اخلاق والله ماكو اخلاق انت.
ها شنو لا تكبرها لا تكبرها. من تكبرها ما يبين شيء.
لا شنو كبر؟ لا
ما حد كبرها.
pays dividends for Faze because they'll accumulate not only
بكس الأوف والله كس الأوف وكس اللي يلزم أوف اللي هو أيضا بدل القحبة تلعب زبل.
Call it a semi buy. 44.50 for 0. He's going to sit happily on that amount so that they can buy effectively with an AWP in the next round. The others all matched up. They're only going to get, remember, 1,900 in the next round. So they're going to be strapping for cash and Jeff. Definitely for utility, even though it is the T side. They need the bomb plant if they want to be all in. With smoke splash.
بس لونو تا كان يلعبوه بزين.
Go along with the AKs. Speaking of splashes, Gibson setting for one toward A main. He'll try and work his teammates out from the squeaky door. That goes now, but Olaf.
بس الأوبن من السلاح.
Gets 1 kill immediately on the
بس هم جد أنا إذا يريدون يسوون حلقة كوميدي علي يشوفون الوضع.
Retake still quite successful. They're only a man up in the situation.
لا تحكي عليه ما تحمل ما مسوي
had a chance into it.
يسمع ايش فيك سيدي ها اكشن تحكي وما كاف شايف سبيد ونلعب فلاك واحنا قاعدين 5-1 صف الله فسبيد اذا مات وما يطيهم فوق شباب انا حشيت بس ما سمعتوا هو سبيد قاعد بصفك اصلا ما حكى
لا سبيد اعلم تلعب ويا سيرس لا انا يفتني ضحك ما ادري هو هوايه شو تحسه هوايه سيريس بس لما يعلق يفتني ضحك
والله بي اهو قناص
يا اخي شنو هذا والله ما العب بابليك والله ما العب بابليك تقول الشباب عن نفسهم
ثاني واحدة
هاي احلى شيء زي يقول وسبيد والله شو البابليك ما يفيد والله بابليك يعني كله ما يسوون هذا الشيء بالاوفيشال الله
ساعة واحدة ما يطول
قحطان وباي وياه لا تدرين
Posting for the angle as well further out.
ارسل رسالة ازين اكون
ثلاثة ليدرز واثنين داون
With a minute to play still in the round as well, they get it to a 3 versus 3, which means game agents can start to slow things down and afford to be investigative towards the other side.
قحطان تقول شايف هذا عمرك شفت تيم فانتاستيك فور شفت هذا اللي مو طيده هو هذا
And he's taking an alternate course of action, heading back to mid. It's Nico.
The secondary AWP of Nico, managing to to help out towards the main entrance. This is Guardian's first shot. This is very
هاي بس ويا رين
take down Colour.
مطر بس هو يسوي حركات انا ما اسوي انا عيب اصادم ابا والله دار يطلع واحد يقتلني يطلع بالفنت يقتلني ايش بيه قبل ذاك يجي والله اي والله ترى نيكو خو ما يسوي بس يطلع ايده يقتله
We're going towards Squeaker, one player holding towards the B storage.
لا تذكروني بحبيبي اني بلقوني شيء لا اخلاق لا تربيه والله شو اسم امك ايضا؟ شو اسم امك؟
ليليان
شو اسم امك؟
يابا ليليان
شو اسم امك؟
ليليان ابن القحوة
شو اسم نونو شو اسم امك؟
سندس
اتوقع ايمان اسم امك
سندس
A little bit sooner, and he might have been able to catch off Nico at the truck. 6-6.
كف موسمها سندس
to get there at some point in time. Money enough for game
ابن القحبة هذا
مش مدري المسألة.
On the 4th round bonus, 2 plants and all of that, and one of them being in the last round means they've got lots of
يا هاي القحبة زهاء ما عرفت
Keller to work with. Keller has been sharp on the op. Fires. Ooh. The X-ray on makes that look a little more daunting than originally I presumed.
بالكاظمية هالولد للعظمية جابه
راح اضربك بان
ايزي
جابك
ايزي سمعت الستيم شو اسمه تيم سبيد
دعي دوتا بس يخلص الهاف الاول نلعب ايش فيك؟
الحياة تعلمت فيها شغلتين.
ما هي؟
لا تلعب دوتا وهي لولو ولا تلعب دوتا وهي قحطان.
والله شغلتين قويات.
عندك ما ضاع. إذا أخذ مور رأسنا باندل والله.
بس ما حسيته هو الدياتشي اللي جنتو.
يا لا مو حتى أنت أصلا ديفاين وأنت مو يم اللعبة والله.
BP working out for him so far. 35 seconds remaining at this point. It will be a beast play coming in, but look who's waiting for them. Guardian with a lot of work to do, and he turns away at the wrong time.
ها تدري ليش؟ كفي يلعب سبورت صحيح لو غلط؟ كفي انت سبورتر اوكي؟ اني مورف من يمي بالليل بس رايد يذكرني مونكي ومنو بس ذكرني نسيت والله مونكي لك؟ مونكي غير جيم مال مونكي مونكي وسكايلر
هاي شو الام طلعوه احلى لازم
يا معود
Solid round from Game
Escara.
Even throwing some decoy smokes in the middle to fake out the A side. They've certainly got a game plan.
يعني عادي نونو افتح الدوتا وشوف اللي كان ضده.
بس امك
And again, they're in the lead 7-6. We're toward the end of the first half, and they're still edging out.
نونو تسجل SSD.
ايه
Absolutely are.
فلوس يا الله فلوس.
ايش بيها اقول لك ترى حاسبتك اللي بالاردن
نفس حاسبة نونو.
حاسبتك اللي بالاردن اكون حاسبتي ب8 مرات.
هاي الشغلات هاي اللي تجي فيها يمكن انت 4 أو 7 فيهن من عندك والله.
زين نونو فهمني وين جبت $1000؟
الوجع انت.
And rightfully so.
التشاؤم انت.
بس يبكي نونو.
بطلع
لك البكاء.
الغرور انت. اقول لك 7 من عندي انت.
امك انت.
Mid no less, so that gives them a lot of access
to the highway, which they're now trying to take advantage of.
That op sits on the ground nowhere, in contention to be re-presumed or re-grabbed from the Faze side. Nice shot again from Cal.
يابا مون انا هيدا احلى شيء لما ابوك يطلع شو اسمه مثلا فوائد البصل وهاي وتلاقي البيت كله ملغم بصل مثلا. يعني خلاص لو هاي ما طلع لنا فوائد الزنجبيل.
تدري منو؟
صاب الكيلو يطب البيت. منو
شو اسمه؟ على مونكي وكيفا انا مش خدت مورد سبورت ما ادري شخر من السبورت رايد ايش تتوقع؟
منو؟
باج
منو هذا؟ اقول لك كاف انا خذت رومي
كاف والله كذاب كاف قرآن كذاب كاف يعني ابداعك امك حس لو تنزل ميراكل بهاي الليل الجاي شلون يفوزها؟
يابا معتل مو انت.
يعني
بس عندك موفلنج يعني موفلنج اذا موفلنج دقيقة المفروض تفوزون الجيم.
فوز الجيم مو الليل.
الليل
ياكل والله بلوع يفتح دوتا. 6 خلنا دوتا. ايه
منو
جيبها زاز جيبها انا وياك بلوع الكف واسرائيل
العب انا بالتاتفاد
لا هذا تلعب؟
لا
تريد تقرا ما تروح تقرا
عشان 7 واتشنج الستريم.
لا والله
5 on 3.
عاملين دفاع. يا زمان يا
فضحنا كله تسجل على الستين.
ما كنت شتم.
والله شتم بلوعي. ما ادري هاي علينا بدنا نلغي زياده.
بس هاي فهمني. لا اللي قلته صحيح. اللي قلت لك عنه
والله صحيح 100%.
بس السؤال القوي شلون حتلعبوا من العراق؟
going to take the bait just yet. He won't be repeaking this until he flashes it. Smoking towards connector, and they got absolutely wrecked by those flashes. Nico coming in behind them. This could be absolutely perfect.
Thence it will be Kerrigan and Nico to pinch them in position. He wants to get off the off. He's done it. Gibson can't get anything. I called it 1.5 too soon, Henry, because it is 8-7 for Faze, in fact. Despite nearly going the other way, but what a performance from Game Agents. I am thoroughly impressed.
Absolutely. Making this quite a fun game to watch, especially Color. Some of his AWPing antics have been fantastic. But 8-7 to Faze at the end of the first half there. I was expecting a landslide score, so yes, absolutely well done to Game Agents for bringing it in. Get into the second half and analyze the buy and see if we can work out where they'll be heading towards. We'll switch over, of course. I do like to buy the PD50. Sometimes the Deagle Guardian will purchase here. We'll see if he gets that. Not gone for it just yet. There's the P250 for him. So that's a new Superman buy. Used to be Tech 9 armor.
It's true.
These days it's P250 and the body armor drop. So there we go.
Other way around.
Sorry.
P250 drops.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I wish I could drop body armor.
Smoke flash for Kerrigan. He did want to drop the pistol. And Faze will spot a couple towards A main there and have to fall back. A headshot just yet. Oh, there's one.
That'll do. Certainly, as Zero still waits on catwalk as well. He hasn't exposed himself. No need to, as of yet, leave. Goes back around. That headshot was so close to landing, but just never did. Means Rain gets the kill in return. We go 4-4. Bomb planted on the A site. Not uncommon to go for a retake. That's exactly what they're going to do. And Zero starts it off well. The Alive is also going to find a kill toward quad. It's Nico that's down by Keller, who finds Rain as well. Both pistols go to Game Agents.
Who would have thought? Both pistols. After getting that first frag as well, it seemed like Faze had everything going in their favor. Traded things out, bomb was planted, and all of a sudden, Kala turns up with 2 headshots, and they swarm towards that quad where both of the Faze players are waiting, and it all falls apart, and they get a second half pistol here. I would assume it'll be an eco here from Faze to get AKs in the third. Some teams like the Force buy in this particular round go for Deagles and armor and all the nades and execute in that manner. But as we can see, Game Agents will be up against the pretty much full eco here. They've got 3 rifles ready and waiting for the AKs in the third. It's going to be 4-door. We'll use that 1 smoke towards highway. Nico will throw that. There's the smoke, no flash. Just have to go out and try and trade here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That'll do.
Rain getting a kill, so too with Nico, but the MP9 just slaying them down and so much damage dealt. It's now 9-8, and the early plant means the early buy. AK-47's brought out immediately from Faze. They'll go against M4s and 1 lowly UMP, but it's certainly not in uncapable hands. The Alive has done a great game so far. In fact, if I just quickly press tab, he's at 9 and 11, so a little bit further back on the scoreboard than I would have thought. Zero and Keller lead the way. No surprise for Keller.
Absolutely. He's done exactly what I was talking about earlier, showcasing himself in a tournament like this. You don't see Game Agents in many big events up against Faze. He's keeping up with them, so maybe a player to look out for. We'll get into round number 18, I should say. The number on top is slightly off, but the AKs have come out. No all for Guardian, but he is very handy with the AK-47 as well. Don't worry about that. Game Agents can win this. Double digits and Faze on another eco here. It's going to be an A-sided play. Flashbang comes in from Flake. Spots one towards the lockers. Can't find the shot though. Range shuts that down and the retake has to begin. A-side is completely open for business and Faze should be able to get the plant.
Keller waiting in behind the flames. Wants to continue to slide out from behind the forklift, only for 1. Rain trades off of Nico and shuts him down where he stands. And the Alive trying to do everything to get back toward the site. Gibson has had a quiet game comparatively. He's on 5 kills. So too is Olaf, mind you, on the other side of the equation. The bomb planted, Faze looking to tie things back up. Oh, missed timing on that flash. That's just not going to cut it, I'm afraid. Gibson gets caught out by Olaf, throws that directly in front of his teammate. And that left him for dead. 9-9.
9-9, the third round. Forced by after getting the bomb down in pistol is successful there for Faze. 16 kills for Color, just to note, Gabe on 5 and 12. Should be the eco at this point for Game Agents. Bit of a partial buy with Zero and Alive with a set of Kevlar there. Deagles to go with them. Bang towards middle. So that was supposed to be smoke, maybe not, just trying to push any sort of pushback perhaps, I'm not sure. Smoke towards the entrance of the B-bomb side. Molotov to clear any close corners there, as they'll playing a sort of contact set up here. This could be Faze taking the lead.
Certainly has that potential. Leaves going to get caught out by Kerrigan at this point, I would expect, as he plays inside of the A second, suspecting to the fact that Kerrigan has worked up highway with him at kill. Eco already in A main, the rest is rather obvious as to what's going to happen. Guardian will position himself at useful, I'm going to call it in this case, catch off the alive, and everybody else that rotates out of B, they know it's a stack and bomb goes down. They just want to confirm the quad is clear. They're doing that now. Or at least gets Guardian. It gives them a gun that they can work with. Try and save that or not, because even when they go for it, Olaf's got the angle. And Faze have the lead back.
So do double digits. First team to post it. Money available for game agents once again. Nice play there from Faze. Contact up and towards that B-bomb side, pushing the CDs back, making sure they had no information on that side. They were right back in the sight and couldn't go for a fast rotation. Kerrigan helps himself to an early pick at the forklift. Open A sights. It all falls apart. AWP of Color has been good so far. Not fast enough this time. He's going to be taken down here almost certainly. Not the cleanest kill from Kerrigan, but that's absolutely fine. Alive now, alone on the site. He used the smoke to buy himself some time here, but the inevitable is coming, but the backup is good. Molotov towards heaven, no flushes, gave some out. He'll get 2 kills though, and this is still equal. 3 versus 2, Zero takes 1 back. And Flav, MP9 in the vents. This doesn't look hopeful for him, but we'll see if he can find an AK. It's the orb.
Doing everything in his power to try and make this a contest. Tries to bait them out with each and every shot. Does spot them, but he's a little bit too quick for his own good, I'm afraid. Bomb continues to tick away, and Fleave's going to have to concede. He wants the AWP to be carried over. That'll make it now 11 for Faze. And unfortunately, game agents fall further behind. Saving the op does give them something to work with on the CT side, certainly. It'll be a 3rd round loss bonus. We know that on cash, you can be aggressive on the CT side. Interestingly, I've talked to a number of people that thought they want to cash out of the map pool most. I thought they just needed to learn how to play CT sides, but get aggressive with that op. You can actually force the issue and find early picks with it.
There's Olaf Meister getting it done in the B-bomb side. Zero the chance to find a couple there, but the orb's thrown in the hands of Color. He has been the star player so far for them. Can he open up any sort of opportunity for them? Maybe not. Faze heading towards side. That's what Color is, but misses another opening there. And he'll have the full back. Now they know that saved orbs on that side of the map. They might cancel their play towards this side. Guardian is patiently for Color to challenge once again.
Molotov bouncing off the wall, didn't quite make it to the mark underneath, so they'll throw another one. Rain takes advantage of that being put down and will bypass it, go toward the highway position, the alive. Up close with the deagle in hand is going to find the first shot on Olaf. He's got some accuracy. So further away, but Kerrigan, Guardian, and Rain all find kills immediately after as they flush through the vents. It's Fleave in a 1 versus 4 with just the CZ. So didn't yield much.
Oof. Okay. Waiting for the flank to come in, and we'll see 12 to 9 ring true. I don't seem too happy about it. There's that nice deagle shot from the alive at the very start. Could have been the start of something great, but go much further than that. Guardian back on the AWP, but so is Color. Money not amazing for the CD side. You can see they are lacking a few bits and pieces of utility there, but overall, invested. Flank towards middle does force a shot out of Color. Use that smoke to extinguish the flames and have a chance to charge towards that sunroom there.
Run boost in A just occurred. They got Fleave up top. Some people going back to the run boost. Are they ahead of the meta or behind? That's my question.
I don't know at this point, but it's hard to keep on.
I know it is, but Philippe's gone back up to the corner. They did that from the top of the red container.
I guess the problem is now, because we talked about this recently, now everyone's doing it silently.
Exactly.
Everyone's come to the spams that at the very start of the round. Everyone's just getting wrecked by it.
Meta always goes in circles, though, right? One thing counters this, which means you do the other, and then all of a sudden they turn it around, then you go back to the thing that they tried to get the first time. If that sounded confusing, it's because it is. As Guardian takes down that Keller, here we go. This is why they boosted him, but Highway always compromises that position.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened in that case, as Rain will find Olaf as well.
It's too fun when you're getting split like that. The bomb will go down on the A side. It looks like the CTs will just be saving at this point. Match to be 13-9. A good showing from Game Agents so far, but it feels like this might be coming to its logical conclusion. We did so in the pre-game, though. If they can give this sort of performance, so they should be happy with this. Faze are the #1 team in the world right now, officially. And Game Agents, I dare say they're probably hovering on the top 30, just about, I'd imagine. But yeah, they were never going to have a very high amount of chance to win this one. They did have that great start, but it wasn't quite enough still.
Bomb explodes and Faze get 3 rounds from the finish line. 7 for Game Agents to find, and they'll have a better chance of doing so in this round. As they pick up guns again, including that of the AWP that's tossed to Keller. A gun round in this half as of yet. We'll see if that changes.
Yeah, remember they did win the pistol. 39. Failed once again on both sides. Nico holding towards the squeaky door for any sort of aggression. The run boost again towards the boost. Surprising they would do that 2 times in a row, even after being detected the first time.
Good point, because even if they come through A main, they're going to look that direction now.
Yeah.
It's not like if we hold Highway, it'll work. Well, no, they saw you, which means they know you're playing there.
Here we go. Will be another mid-play from Faze, successfully taking that area. Zero's aware of it, does flash through. Arrogant hears it, doesn't challenge just yet. He's just going to hold there by himself for now. Bomb makes his way back towards B. This would be some sort of split with Nico faking at the squeaky door. He'll just try and open it up and get a kill towards Forklift. He's going to smoke as well, probably in front of Quad with that lineup. See whether Guardian can capitalize on this push. Oh, spots the footstep towards the Quad position now. Okay. Did show a bit of presence there, a smoke, but his teammates ready and waiting towards me. Was a bit of a ruse, perhaps, as Color starts to hit at least one shot. Alive had to do better than that. Olofmeister punishes him for the miss, and that's going to be round 14-9. And Zero can do nothing but fall back, keep the AK. He's got a decent amount of utility as well, so there's money to be saved there as the loss bonus accumulates. That's a pretty clean round there, as only one player went down. That's Rain. Zero. He's pretty trying to hold on to the AK-47. Like we said, bit of a fake, nothing too crazy. Nico didn't even have to challenge for a frag, really. Just showed the smoke, flashbang, opened the door. Once he saw players there, that was their cue for his team to make their way in. And he can come back and watch middle. There was a chance to the B defense there, but missing the key shot. That was the Alive, and wasn't quite enough. Did some damage, but Olofmeister still alive and kicking on 5.
Zero to save an AK, but that is all. Faze find one further. Does get Nico at the end, so he definitely keeps that AK over the next round. P going to be held from Guardian once more. There's money enough for Faze no matter what happens at this point to buy for at least 3 rounds. Back for the bomb. Slow at a spawn this time from Game Agents. So it's not clear on how aggressive they want it to go, and this is one of the issues with CT side. You almost have to have a plan formulated, much like a T side, if you want to get position, if you want to try and get control. You've got to know exactly where you're going and who you're going with. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made to play off each other. Olaf, oh, that could have been huge if he was able to sneak in and find Gabison that early.
Well, out of it just yet. Have got the advantage even more so now, but pushed out by the Flames. The Alive will keep the man advantage. 4 versus 3 now. Nico towards middle. Looking for potentially have a split here. Colors in towards Evan, and this is out on the shot. Has quietened down since the first half. Quite as many frags coming in now. go though, flashbang from Guardian. Remember, this is a map he hasn't played that much in his career. Na'Vi famously vetoed this throughout their tenure with him, 2 years, so in many ways still learning it. It's not like he can master it in a few months, but there we go.
You certainly can improve considerably, but you're right, it's the subtle nuances.
I remember we casted the first time he played with Faze on this particular map, and he even tweeted out after, like, that felt really off for me. Yeah. Really need to get used to it. That was about 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, there's subtle nuances and timings, that intricacies that take time.
Yeah.
That said, we're down to a 3 versus 3 in Faze. A little bit on the back foot. Do manage to get into the A site eventually and get the bomb down. Retake, therefore, has to ensue on behalf of Keller and Zero. Keller hits a shot, Zero does not. Ibsen needs to join into the mix, and he'll do so via highway. So Keller to approach. AWP in hand, looks to quad, can't quite get there. Kerrigan instead, all to Gabison. Punches back at 1 versus 2, and Nico's got great positioning. We go to map point for Faze.
Well, they got the opening pick there and had the advantage for quite a while, but you could see it's a sea of yellow on the scoreboard there. Terrorists winning the majority of the rounds, only the first 2 going in favor of Game Agents. So when the AKs come out and they can control the pace of the game, Faze can stay as a 5-man unit, go for the fakes, the splits, and that's what they'll do their best work. That's why this one's considered a T-sided map, because of all the options you have on the terrorist side. As Nico uses the good spawn, the AWP, can't find anything through the smoke. This could be the final round here. We'll see who's coming up. Zero pushes the smoke. This could be a fantastic play.
Zero sliding back out through the garage. He's been lurking actively, or was lurking actively. On the T side, it didn't work out on those 2 occasions. This time it certainly will. Nico and Guardian go down. Bomb gets left there for outside of A main. And Kerrigan, completely blind, goes into a battle with the Alive that seemingly would have been easy, you would have thought, for the Alive, given the Kerrigan was partially blind. They do trade at the end, and that's fine. That works for now. And we've got another round. Double digits for Game Agents. So with that as well, they'll buy immediately back into it.
Absolutely. Well, that was a good round. Zero had the feeling. He pushed through towards middle. He could find them on the other side. They were caught boosting. He gets both. Alwoff left in a 3 versus 1 to try and win it out for Faze. Wasn't quite enough. Guardian, though, maybe this is. Takes down Flea to open things up there. It will be their advantage, and they have a lot of time on the clock. They can just run it down, bait out the utility. The CTs to explore their options, but Nico, he won't be letting them get very far with it. Cull up, taken down through the door. Nice wall bang on match point. 5 on 3. This could be it.
Sliding up the garage door. Highway for Rain. That'll be the approach. I'm not committed either way just yet, as they'll let Nico do further work to investigate outside of Squeaky. All the way back toward useless.
So a bit of a fake again. Showing presence towards B, is making sure they keep at least 1 player. That side of the map has actually got 3 of them, all 3 ready and waiting. Nico will open the squeaky door. Zero goes down. That's going to be it. First map looking likely to go in favor of Faze at this point, unless Gabson has an absolutely magnificent play here. Not going to happen. 5 on 1, and it was a great start for Game Agents there, having the 5-0 at the very start, but not quite enough, and to be expected to take down Faze. Like we said, though, double digits against them is nothing to be embarrassed about. That's a great showing, and hopefully we can see more of that in the second map.
Oh, and Faze will absolutely be the first to respect that. Kerrigan is normally willing to applaud his opponents when they come, especially this far down from the sort of underdog, if you will, position, and managed to play well. They did. They certainly did. I thought they were going to win the first half, as Faze looked a little bit disjointed, certainly had economic troubles, but they made do and extend their legs to get to a 16-10 scoreline. It's not too bad at all for Game Agents, but they would have loved to have gotten a little bit more from that, considering they were so tantalizingly close.
Vásárold meg az Xbox One X gépcsomagot a konzolvilágnál.
Strong focus with 20% more caffeine, magnesium, and L-carnitine. Vitamins C, D, and 5 types of Bs. Affordable price. Hell Energy. Sharpen your mind.
E-sport hírek, interjúk, videók, közvetítések, tippek és trükkök. esport1.hu. Minden e-sport egy helyen.
Xbox One Play Show Budapesten a Fókuszón. Találkozz Pamkutyával és a leghíresebb magyar videósokkal. Merülj el a virtuális valóságban, próbáld ki a legmenőbb játékokat a több mint 200
اشوف الستوبس وين؟
دبي؟
ارايفل دبي.
ما يصير نطلع من المطار؟
من دبي للصين 10 ساعات.
يابا شو اسمه انتم مطار بغداد، هاي بغداد.
يابا مطار بغداد.
هاي يابا مثلا
هاي اللخ هاي اللخ 43 ساعة. اقل وحدة.
لا باللخ هي باللخ هاي باللخ.
بدك تدري شو ثالث الوقت؟ ثالث الوقت هو ضبط نفسه مالتهم.
صدقتوا معكم.
بس ليش كان 25 سنة؟ هاي نونو.
شوفوا يمكن يوسف يجيبوكم قبل على هاي اكو طيارة أردنية. لك هاي اكو وحدة من بغداد الأم من بغداد العمان من عمان
توقع بالتيك توك. بعد اقول لك اذا عندك ترانزيت مثلا ما تطلع من المطار، ما تقدر تطلع من المطار. ما تقدر تطلع من المطار اذا عندك.
ما تقدر حسب
شنو؟
ما تقدر حسب جوازك.
اذا عرفت اوكي ما اقدر.
هسه انا طلعت من عمان.
اقول لك سوري قلت جوازك شنو؟
اردني بس انا عندي فيزا شنغن وعندي فيزا امريكيه مو على يعني مثلا هاي اذا احنا اوروبا بيوم من الايام اقدر اطلع من المطار، انتم ما تقدروا. بس مثلا تركيا انتم مو تحتاجون فيزا. هسه اني طلعت ويا الطيار ويا واحد عراقي بصفي كون هم اللي يطلع امريكا هو ما سمحوا لي يطلع برا المطار، اني سمحوا لي.
ليش؟
لان اني اردني ما محتاج فيزا على تركيا.
nyugodtan fel is állhat, tapsolhat és sikítozhat, érezheti nagyon jól magát, és persze aki otthon nézik vagy választhat, ő is nyugodtan felállhat és tapsolhat, hát ha örülnek neki például az utastársai.
والله انقص بلد ايش شنو منو
olyan elképesztő technikával, amit hát itt
فيزا مالتنا يجوز تطلع ب $45
هاي 585 négyzetméter lett fal a háttérben, ami arra szolgál, hogy mindent láss.
بلعوا متى صار بسيط.
És olyan
نزلت جيم دوتا.
amit szintén nem látok még nem csak hogy Magyarország, hanem egyébként a környező országok.
نزلت دوتا باللعبة. اقباء شنو لا والله شوف المسجات اللي كانت فيك اياها انت ما تجاوب. شو والله لا والله
يابا
استراتيجي تدري الفنادق هناك كلش رخيصة؟
هاي طيارة 32 ساعة التوتال تريب بس الفلايت 15 ساعة يعني بالهواء تقعد 15 ساعة و15 ساعة تقعد بالارض.
شو اسوي بيها لو طيارة واحدة 15 ساعة هواي احسن.
بس انا اقول لك ليش نسوي لازم؟ طب اليوم نروح ما نايمين.
زين اقول لك الباور بانك يفوتوا بالطيارة؟
طبعا.
ما ادري ما
حبيبي تاع الطيار الطيار هاي الدول الطويلة ترى احيانا بيها انترنت، انا الطيارة طلعت بيها انترنت.
راح ما بيها انترنت. صدق؟ صدق؟
بيها افلام.
ايوه صدق بيها انترنت يعني كشنو؟ كشاشة؟ بجهازك.
Na mindegy, szóval kicsit sokat fejlődött az elmúlt 10 évben a technika. Nyilván ez előnyére vált az e-sportnak, ami mindig tudják, távol-keleten indul. Számos milliós követője van szerte, világszerte.
Mén ياخذون
jön a második forduló, érezze mindenki nagyon jól magát is.
عرفت مين
حسب الطيران انتم ما شنو طيران؟
فونك بالعباس 20 جيجا بالثانية. عرفت
طياركم شنو ما
هايش يضحك علي.
Sound muted.
You say you love me, I say you crazy. We're nothing more than friends. You're not my lover, more like a brother. I know you since we were like 10. Yeah, don't mess it up.
Fodor Levente, sleeve, entry.
Ladislav, Guardian, Quatch, Sniper. My style of playing is, I would say, aggressive, passive, and I'm doing everything my in-game leader or my team asks for. I'm really initiative, so when I want to do something, I go for actions. So I'm a mix kind of style player, so I can be aggressive, I can be passive, and I can do the support role in it. My first gaming memory would be, I think, attending the first event, a LAN event in Slovakia when I was 10, 11 years old. I was very young. We did bad, but yeah, it was a big experience for me, and I knew I wanted to play CS for a long time. I think we have probably one of the best players in the world, Nico. We have Brian, who is also, who ended up top 4 in top 20 players in the last year, so we have a strong team, and our strength is, yeah, I would say, individual skill.
Domaszlai Ádám, color, Oper. In the earlier days I used to play really aggressive, and as I've played more I started to be more defensive. So now I kind of have a hybrid style, like trying to take a fast entry in the beginning of the round. And yeah, I guess that's it. My first gaming memories with CS is I started to play when I was 15, 14. I played another game before. At the beginning I didn't really like it because it was so different, the mechanics of the game. Then I got used to it and decided that I want to go pro and like be one of the best one day. The strength of our team is that we have a pretty good team chemistry, like we like one another and we enjoy spending time with each other. Also we are really skilled players, so I think if we will go for this tournament, it's gonna be because of that.
It still tracks that high. Insane. Well, we'll get back into it and get underway immediately. Faze versus Game Agents. Game Agents had a surprisingly great start, I will say, on cash. Now, I don't know if I expect the same twice, but Inferno does certainly favor itself to momentum.
Absolutely. The problem is as well that when Guardian is playing like the way he did, he is very, very good on both sides of Inferno, especially that T side. We talk about that a lot. Color was good, but whether he can shut him down on this particular map, I'm not so sure. Cash is a lot more open than Inferno, so I feel like this is where FaZe will really assert their dominance and maybe go for that big scoreline.
Well, we'll see if that's the case or not. Remember, pistol rounds didn't go their way at
exactly
all
as well. I expect them to get at least one here. At least.
You'd expect, with the amount of skill that they do have. That said, Game Agents have been impressive on theirs today. I think earlier, I think they went 2 and 2 on pistols, but again, it was the anti-force spy rounds that were the story of that game with
what is
Dark
this?
Tigers. Guardian getting very aggressive. Knows they're in the small pit, walks out. That bullet may not have even been directed for him, but it certainly found his head either way.
There we go, another opening pick for Game Agents. Kala, P for this team. In the previous map will be the player to pick it up. Gets another, so does Flav, and all of a sudden it's looking very promising now for the hometown heroes, and Flav gets another. One player remains, that's Nico, and they're going to be rushing towards B. That's where he was. That's it, Nico now just looking to maybe farm some cash. Saving his armor is an option, but he will be in the right place. They have got a smoke city spawn. This is almost impossible for him now as a flashbang comes in as well. He'll have no real information, and down he goes through the smoke. A clean sweep for Game Agents to kick things off. And maybe we have another game on our hands here. 16-10.
It's very fast. Yeah, very possible that they get some more, as we said, momentum going on this map. They've got money in the pockets. They'll buy out 3 AK-47s. A bit of a potential to build some buffer on the UMP, and of course Gabson, last time he went for the MAC-10. Similarly, has done the same now. A bit of a force buy from FaZe, as you would expect. They go for the UMP of their own on Guardian. Olaf's already been erased by Keller. Gabson around the corner, finds the first, knows there's a second MAC-10 spraying and praying, but can't get it because it is a UMP to go against him, so he overcommits to the fight perhaps. And this makes it an interesting situation because smoke picked up as well means that they can deploy that at the top side of Banana. That slows down the approach from specifically Keller in this situation. And if they're careless, if that starts to get impatient, oh, good nade. I was going to say if they head out that direction, the UMP finds an AK to carry over. Things get very interesting, but great nade finds Guardian retreating to the site, and now they'll start to try and pry it open.
Remember, this is a force spike from FaZe, 3-on-2, still a chance for them. Carrigan with the Desert Eagle makes his way towards Ruins. He is alone. His teammate Rain, the pit on the other side of the map, and Carrigan needs to find at least one kill here, gets an opportunity, and he'll seize it, takes down the Alive, and that's the 2 versus 2. They will plant quite safely here, maybe not, some damage being done. Carrigan at least buying some time for the rotation to come in.
Back his way to Ruins, however. Back out, Deagle. That smoke dissipating, nearly spots Keller does this time. Through the edge of the wall, he finds another kill that brings it to a one-on-one, a second for Carrigan, and Zero hasn't yet planted the bomb. 24 seconds. He's gonna try and use the statue to protect him toward Ruins, knowing that he's checked towards CT, and smartly so. He just barely gets it down in time before Rain realizes. He gets the headshot in return. He still gets the dink and follows it up. CZ to win the round. We go 1-1.
It was looking so good for the Game Agents there. The HE grenade landing on the dome of Guardian, but it wasn't quite enough. Carrigan, like I said, holding towards the Ruins, hits the first bullet, fantastically so. Buys enough time for the rotation, delays the bomb going down, and that's going to be gutting for the underdogs here to get into round number 3. I assume they'll force buy back in return. There's the AK, they definitely will, trying to steal the momentum away from FaZe here. For them forwards, and AK is there as well. UMP for Nico, they have got kits. In terms of utility on the T side, they're going to have 2 smokes and flashbangs. HE grenades go in towards middle. Landing a ton of damage there, but slightly hitting Flav as he goes down to 92 here. Eagle once again back in action. Not getting any headshots just yet. Dink and another from that UMP. He gets the opening pick, and that's job done, really. They don't really have to push further than that. They've already used a smoke at the bottom there, and they can just hold one player at the barrels if they so wish. Smoke deployed. Okay, picked up by Gabe this time. Just trying to see if any mistakes are made by the CT forces. Players at the end of the apartments for Game Agents here. It's going to be Zero. Has to be one of the standout players for this squad. Can't hit that shot.
Smoke back out from Rain. Play off in the pit. Meanwhile, Keller will get toward the mid wall. BMW. I just really want to call it that, Henry. As Keller starts to work around the corner, he's all of his team, everyone there. Keller, not the first to go down. It was the alignment first and foremost, and then a lineup Olaf and Rain finding kills in accordance. 2-1 for Faze.
So, here's Nico. Fade away killed the UMP as he was falling back, tries to get through the smoke. That was the force by, remember. This should be a full eco. Faze on the easier side. I say that would take a breath. Maybe that's the incorrect word. More favored side. Locks. A couple of upgraded pistols here. EP50 and the CZ. That won't be causing too much hassle here. Gabe goes get one. Find the rifle for now. I'm not so sure. Color makes his way in the apartments here. And he got the Glock in hand this time. So even if he catches out the player towards me, there has to be a perfect execution here in the side of the head. That's almost what I wanted. Down to 9 HP, but couldn't find the follow-up shot. There we go. Maybe one more kill here for Gabe. Good job with the PT50. Pays it off and then some. $300 per kill with that weapon. And 3 players survive for Faze. Not the most comfortable round, but still absolutely fine. Another gun round here. Here we go then. Alive. Supposed to kill. 5 for Rain. All comes out for Color. We did mention it. Quite the task on the T-Stab Inferno up against Guardian there. Bringing out his AWP as well. No lesser weaponry for Faze. They've actually got 3 AKs on the CT side, and that's when they're really scary.
Well, with that, see if Keller can start to find similar shots to that of which he did on Cash. A little bit less availability to do so. Hindered significantly as Zero will work inside of the apartments. His teammate directly in front of him in the Alive. Behind the smoke, and an early rotation as well. They're bidding on the fact that Nico holding Banana is more than enough, and they'll send Kerrigan and Olaf both back over. All part of the trickery, the dynamics of the AWP. Interestingly, Alive's gone all the way from one side of the apartments back down middle. The T side. Looks like they're positioning to take Banana, which means they're going to put utility into that alone as they wait for the smoke to dissipate, and in doing so, they certainly have a tough task to go against Guardian. Not hard to distill him with a single flash, but they need to go quickly. Nico looks like he's increasingly interested as to what is going on the other side of the smoke top mid. If he peeks down, they're all standing there now. They go. Smoke late. Guardian shooting gallery. Gets the first one on Fleeve, and it gets no damage in return, despite a number of them charging his direction, so he falls back inside of the site.
Yeah, perfectly done. Maintains the advantage here. Holds a more defensive line. Another opportunity there. Of course, he nails it. Guardian, 2 out of 2 shots so far. Nico looking to join him with the fun. He'll get 1 kill and at least find the position of Color, who will be shortly taken care of. Guardian with 3. Great work towards B. This is more like it. Back to business. 4-1. Aim Agents with another eco coming their way. Lost 4 rounds in a row now. Maximum loss bonus in the next, so they can afford to partially buy into this one with some CZ, some armor perhaps, a couple of deagles. They've got 2 HE grenades. That suggests they're going to rush Banana map. And we'll see if that rings true. They can have a nade middle or nade the top of B. It looks like it will be the latter. Indeed, they are going to rush. Needs to come in. Will it cause any significant damage? Not really. In fact, they actually take a nuke to the face, start burning with the napalm. And looks like it hasn't really gone too well for them whatsoever. Nico finishing things off. Clean sweep for Faze.
Very clean indeed. 5-1. Now they're getting into form. They'll have a little bit more against them. Game Agents again back to an AWP for Keller immediately. Obviously at this point in time as well, they are on a maximum loss bonus. 2 plants so far in this game. I'll tell you what, from now on I'm going to mention how many plants. I'll talk about rounds they've lost. Rounds they won, it doesn't make that much difference. So 1 plant of the 5 that they've lost. That was the first of those 5 as well.
Fully equipped once again. This setup doesn't usually work that well for Faze. They normally get wall banged when they attempt this one, but we'll see. That hasn't worked out. Guardian maybe a little bit too overzealous there as he pushes down B with the AWP. Take him down. Gets the weapon up. Double AWP set up on the T side. Not really that beneficial for Game Agents here, though, so they probably won't recover that. Flashbang towards middle. be pushing the AWPer off. Step up. I feel like he should have hit that shot. Now they're all standing in the flames, taking a lot of damage, and Carrigan looking to punish. He finds the bomb. 2 frags come in his favor. Both of them headshots. 4 on 2 now as Gabe and Kala will try and pick up the pieces. Good start though, and this is FaZe offering themselves up. They didn't have to challenge for that whatsoever.
Great opportunity for Game Agents to take advantage. Keller back across the top of middle with the AWP is going to work with Gabison, who's making a lot of noise. 40 seconds. They don't have to rush this, but they certainly don't want to take their time, and Olaf is happily awaiting them to arrive, and Keller never expected him to have the angle. He was still worried of the innards of the sight, so now it goes 6-1 for FaZe.
Double AWP setup recovered as well for FaZe. That's actually gone quite well in the end. Just not really aware he could be at the end of the balcony. Great work by Carrigan, but then challenging that bomb. Once you have that sort of lead, you can allow them to have middle. You can just fall back and have crossfires on the bomb sides, let them waste time as they have to check every single angle and try and find kills. Dicey there, but FaZe still win the round. Guardian knowing that the AWP's not really possible for him at this point, so he can face straight out towards the T-steps. CZs, PT50s, and 1 AK-47. Gabeson not quite all in, down to $1,000. Remember, they have got maximum loss bonus here. They get a plant. He's absolutely fine. He's still fine with $1,000 with the 3,400 he's got coming in next round. Olaf Meister does hear them coming in the apartments, using the smoke to buy some time. Does also allow Game Agents to get set up and ready for a commitment towards getting flash off the chimney. 2 blind players like Olaf Meister. So it comes in though. Defensive line this time from the CTs.
Double rain to follow it up. Keller goes down. He did manage to get the trade onto Olaf at the very least. Zero's going to bode well to get a kill, not only with the CZ, keep 100 HP and pick up an AK-47, but he's now in 1 versus 3. Desperate to get the bomb planted. Unfortunately for him, it is slightly back behind him. In fact, I think it might actually be on the balcony, which would be about worst case. Good find. Gets another as well. Nico goes down. Now he's given himself an opportunity to get toward the bomb. And Guardian's not sure exactly where to look, if he's going to continue to play aggressive or not. The bomb is indeed up above, so he's got to climb up there. And he's got to do it quickly. He knows that Guardian's getting closer with each and every second. I think he would have spotted the gun barrel. I think Guardian has the advantage now in this situation because he watched him climb and he positions accordingly.
Yeah, good decision by Guardian as well. Just drop that AWP and get the rifle. Amazing attempt by Zero. Great shots there as well. Quite enough to win the round. That was a fantastic shot. Takes down Carrigan and then gets the second as well. Nico completely railed by the AK, but 7-1 comes in. Money back in favor for Game Agents. Gonna have the AWP out once more. I don't think Color's done much this game. 4-7. Elive, one of the key players as well, on 1 kill, but Color opens things up again. This has been quite an exciting AWP duel. Guardian dropped. Grenade from Nico, and he gets the boosted player as well. Can't find the follow-up kill. Open B side now if they're quick.
If they are quick, Zero takes out Rain. Kerrigan swinging around, needs to find Gavison. They're both blinded up, or are they? Excuse me, Kerrigan had full vision. I thought he would have been caught with a flash as well. That one certainly caught him, and Fleeve gets the kill immediately onto him behind the fountain, leaving us with Olaf. So another chance for Game Agents. The last 3 rounds have all been closely contested, so they're starting to get some form. You just don't get the prize for it, if you will. They don't get the round on the board. This time they certainly look like they might. Bomb to be planted. They know exactly where Olaf is. He certainly doesn't hide that by making quite a bit of noise. So another Molotov in front of him. Now he'll be fully aware of the fact that this will lead to a potential reset. So every single kill that he gets at this point has value.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good point. He already knows he can't win the round. That solidifies it. They've to close things out in style there. Lots of blind kills coming in that particular round, especially at the very start. Barely got to see Guardian before pulling the trigger there. Wins around 7-2, but there is a lot of reset potential here with all the reinvestment of the grenades, and it's going to cost a lot. And we'll see what they're left on. Around $1,000 for 3 of the players. Live all in. Zero has enough, but still, that's going to be a very difficult round to recover from if they do drop this one. Single AWP set up once again. Guardian this time positioned towards the quad side. They're going for more focus on that side of the map. We see Olaf in the apartments. Rain baited in his usual position. He loves this. He always gets frags from this spot, it seems. Guardian to bait him in somewhat.
And just sitting and waiting as well. Wants to get baited in. Oh, he's got a shot though. Now Rain's got to go alone. And the Alive is coming alive because he's gone quiet. Color's going to follow it up onto Olaf. He's gone quiet in this game. That's only 2 of his 3 total kills for the Alive. And remember, on Cash, he was certainly a force early on and certainly on entries. So we'll get the bomb plant down as well as we sit down a 5 versus 2. Perfect situation for Game Agents to be in.
Absolutely so. Guardian with a rare miss there towards middle. Really bode well for the bait and switch setup there. Rain left in a very tough position. Good shots from the Game Agents. Remember, so early days, they can still come back and win the half. So despite the disparity in the score, they're still a fighting chance here in the first half at least. Let's see what they can do. 4 players alive. Nico, he won't be winning the round at this point. The bomb about to go off. Getting himself to try and save weaponry and find exit frags.
Well, that's just it, because we talked about the last 3 rounds not yielding the success that they want. I've had 4 rounds, 2 of which went their way, and that's broken Faze's economy down. So Game Agents certainly can make do. Keller, AWP, 9 kills so far for him in the game. He leads the way just as he did on Cash for his squad. Nico leads overall on 11. That's not surprising. Nico's very proficient on the B side of this map.
Here we go. Kerrigan with the only weapon here. Able to save his M4 from the previous round. Me and Nico. Some upgraded pistols, they're always going to be a little bit dangerous here. They've gone for smokes instead of firepower. Try and play it like a normal round and just stifle terrorist default here. Waste time. That's why Rain doesn't want to deploy until he knows it's a good chance. Spots a flashbang. That's when he gets it in. Holds him at bay for now. Oh, he actually went down with the smoke.
Wow. Solid shot from Keller. Again. Nico just holding out under the atrium. Smoke again from Faze. Dancing at the pillar. Just barely Nico gets found. Keller's the one to hit it. And toward the A site they go as Olaf actually has tried one up them. This is quite clever. He knows that they've wrapped onto quad. He knows they've all committed to that. So he wants to swing around and see if he can have sort of a midi flank effect, if you will, toward the site. Not quite quick enough to do anything about it. And now the op is posted and staring in that direction. So unlikely. Much is accomplished. Kerrigan wants to save the M4 naturally. He'll stay over toward Banana in doing so.
Jumps up to the half wall. Good position to get 1 kill and drop down. But yes, he will save the M4. Indeed, the pistol's trying to find some exits here, but it looks like Game Agents are being very clinical in their approach. No one giving anything away. They know they've got the weaponry to lose. They do not want Faze to have AKs on the CT side. It means they can take more aggressive angles and really challenge it with that raw aim this team has. But there it is. They just find another round. Like I said, this half not over just yet. They are starting to find their feet somewhat now. A couple of rounds in a row for them. 5 players who survive. I'll wait until that's confirmed. It looks like it is. 7-4. There's the initial shot through the smoke. Oh, it's timed to perfection.
Yep, that's pretty damn good. Rain stopped moving for long enough. Well, with that, 7-4 from what was 7-1, and 7 rounds in a row now, going 3 the other way. So great little turnaround so far from Game Agents. See if they can continue on with that form, because they're back against the guns this time. No double up setup for Faze, which was so formidable, and is normally so formidable in any situation for them, but certainly in the first part of this game. The bottom of Banana won't allow players to pass either direction. It's certainly discouraging. Nico's going to burrow into the B site. And Kerrigan, he's on the move, and rightfully so. Guardian's already made contact. Gibson the one to go down. The Alive doesn't want to take the fight just yet.
Trying to bait out a shot from Guardian there, and then they can pounce. But he didn't take it. That's the advantage for now. He'll be firing 1 shot, then trying to fall back. That's a smoking towards the arch. He'll probably pull the trigger 2 seconds after that smoke blooms. Here it comes. Oh my goodness, doesn't actually nail it this time. Trying to do what he can, and this is looking much better from Guardian. That was this barrel down Elias' throat there. And it will be 5-on-1. Zero can't really do much with this. Maybe a kill. Left from above as he drops down from the balcony. He will take rain, but that's all he'll find. 8-4 now. Faze have guaranteed the half victory at least. Still gave him. And Guardian here. Fantastic work. In the AWP close range. So he seems to do some of his best work.
Yeah, absolutely. Guardian's very, very quick in those situations. I think that's what stands sort of, I guess, puts the men from the boys, separates the men from the boys a lot of times on the AWP, because Kenny's also good in those situations. And when you see those crazy, flashy, highlight-worthy plays, oftentimes.
I think it's him and Oscar right now who are flying the flag for that kind of play style.
In terms of close range, certainly Oscar's absolutely made a case for himself in this event as well. Most spouts are here.
He dropped him out to Virtus Pro. That was a bit of an upset considering they won the first one 16-1.
Yep. Levels out things in that group as well, because it means that no one will go unbeaten. Virtus Pro, however, are 2-2. Checked on that. So Keller with a little bit of red thrown, or yellow, I guess, incandescence thrown out toward the cubby. Rain gets underneath the balcony directly. Smoke deployed. Pops backside of the arch. Nico will have vision. Does cover off the library position. Only just though, really, when you see it from that perspective, don't you? They just lands on the wall. Keller read it so well. Goes back and nails Nico. Well played. Nico down certainly opens up wrap potential, but they wrap directly in toward Kerrigan, who finds an M4 shot immediately. Olaf gone on the other side, however. This is opening up. They've got the front of library. Guardian has to rotate it all on Rain, and Rain's got the alive, directly in front of him. And Guardian's going to bail out to save. It's going to go 8-5.
You'd assume Rain would get a couple of kills in those certain positions, but can't find anything. The aim's slightly off there, tapping away. Burst fire wouldn't work either, just couldn't find the shots, didn't even inflict that much damage. And Guardian no choice but to save the AWP. Another great round from Game Agents. 2 kills for the Alive. We did say he was having a quiet game, but that's much better. Going to be Kala with 1 kill on the AWP as well. Going to be able to have the satisfaction of taking down Guardian this particular round just yet, as he waits towards the T-steps. Going to be challenged now, though. This could be the kill. Kala's going to go for it, and he goes down. Good attempts, but they might want to pick up that AWP. Now they're in a lot of trouble. Well, they're absolutely fine, taking down the underpass there.
Money from Faze is not great. Nico was asking Keller his HP after their exchange. Certainly something for the crowd to cheer about, and the fact that Game Agents are making a comeback into this again. 7-1, we're now 8-5.
Yeah.
And having just 1 round separated, it was a 3-round bonus, then now just 1, and going back the way of Game Agents. Money, as I mentioned, is not amazing on the Faze side, so Kerrigan's called for the timeout.
Game Agents wanting another pistol here.
It's true.
But did get taken down in the second round from the force buy. Like you said, they've already had a fantastic showing. It's not easy to get double digits against Faze. And this team coming into it, no one really expected too much, but this has been a great showing so far. We'll see if they can continue it here. Still in the first half, round number 14 now. Single orb set up, and an eco actually for Faze. They've been partially bought, no armor available. Just 1 smoke, CZs, and a deagle. And a setup will Faze deploy. Quite standard, 2 a quad, 1 getting boosted up towards that right side. And unfortunately, Rain shortly spotted, will jump around the corner. Ambitious as Zero takes him down, 5-on-2.
Good hold from Fleeve as Kerrigan has to respond in some capacity. 8-6, looking very, very likely. And I would say done at this point in time, to be honest. Nico's good. I don't know if he's that good. He's managed to get 1 kill. 4 HP, mind you, as he runs toward the AK. Smoking himself inside of pits. He's got to survive for 40 seconds longer if he wants that gun. And Gibson's already in position to spot him getting on the half wall.
Great work. Nice aim.
Thank you.
Will be round number 15 here, the last of the first half. That again, both teams equipped, but Faze. Not fully, you can see they haven't won any helmets. Not a big deal against the AKs. Only one kid and missing some valuable bits of utility as they challenge towards middle once again. His Guardian, both of them missing a shot there. And it will be Guardian to step up and at least take the second, but still equal for now. 0. Great work with the AK-47 spray. 3-on-2. Meister steals away a double. Alive and Fleeve now trying to do what they can. It's the last round. Got 2 smokes, flashbangs, Molotovs. Go towards B. That's where Carrigan waits. He just needs to guarantee himself 1 kill here. If he doesn't get one, that gives the advantage towards game agents with the bomb being planted. Pressure on him now. He has no grenades to do it, but he is boosted up. That's a nice position to play right now. Just going for that 1 kill can drop down still as well. So I really like this from Carrigan. Should work out well for him. We'll see. Smoke deployed. Are they going to detect him? Absolutely not. That's what he's talking about. He can just drop down that. Even does some damage towards Eli, but that should be the round in the bag. So I think a monstrous performance from him now. He's got the smoke to buy himself some time and reposition.
Position accordingly with the bomb and with the expected arrival. He wants to not reveal himself inside of the site. He's done that correctly. He's even going to transfer over to the right side, knowing that he'd already had shots appear through the smoke, a one-on-one to make this 8-7. For game agents to pull back would be incredible. It's already been a feat unto itself, but what a battle with Rain as he gets forward. The Alive's got it. We're 8-7 at half phase with only a 1-round lead after the CT side of Inferno.
What a brilliant, brilliant round there. He was so quiet. He finishes that on 1 HP, just to note as well. Just baits out Rain. Uses the flashbangs perfectly. Had 2 of those. Just kept right-clicking them, making things really uncomfortable. Lots of awkward turnarounds to try and dodge the utility. And he does tie things up pretty much. 8-7. Sure, Faze win the half, but they were expecting more of a landslide score in their favor. Not just 1 round here. They could lose another pistol and game agents could be in the driving seat. Remember, they go to the CT side now. This is wide open. Agents doing a very good show today. Very impressed, as we'll see what kind of buy.
Very impressed. I mean, the fact of the matter is on Cash, great. They had the early lead. They got 5-0 start. They won the first gun round. Those sort of situations, yes, okay, great. Credit due. Fine. You win a pistol, you win basically 1 other gun round or even weaponry round, we'll call it, because pistols are even. This is earned. This is grinding back into it. And Faze, no excuses, just got battered and bruised in a few situations. Fleeve's going to be forced back into the site. Early damage does favor for once Faze on the pistols, but negate that with the fact that 1 headshot changes everything. And Fleeve certainly positioned in accordance to do so. Try and bait in his teammate, the Alive as well. Gabeson's already rotated all the way around towards CT. Good trades. Kerrigan and Olaf level things up. But again, I mentioned it, the rotations are quick, so Gabeson will concede the plant. Well, Kerrigan at 0 at this point in time. Good win from Kerrigan. Now he can anchor from Banana. This should go the way of Faze.
You say should, but the way Color's been playing, maybe there's a chance here. 3-on-2. Gabe towards the offense. And the Color now. He has got a kid available to him. This kill has to come in quickly though. Bomb ticking at some pace and they're not finding the kills they need just yet. They're going to get pincered in any second and Faze are playing this very patiently. Very frustrating for the CTs. They can't find anything at all really. Not even a single kill on the retake and there it is. Faze will win the second half pistol. Got a little bit awkward there with the initial kills, but Olaf and Carrigan find a couple each and find themselves both for 12 frags. As we go 9 and 7 here. Should be a force buy from the CTs. I'd expect Color just to go full eco. Lovely trophy, a nice slab of granite by the looks of things. Maybe it's marble. Who knows?
Well, that said, Faze don't give up the lead. Pressure back on to game agents. Again, we'll go all the way back. Hit the bomb. CT as Nico wants to isolate naturally as they work in. UMP. He's a salesman at this point in time, though, walking into a slaughter, a stack. Goes down. They don't actually refrag on that, but they're going to slowly realize the A side is wide open. Nico's bailing and going to join his teammates on just the 8 HP. Doesn't want to give them anything to carry over to the next round. No UMP or otherwise. Good shot from the Alive again as he finds Guardian. The Deagle. Nico. Oh, sneaky. Sneaky. Zero even checks it. He's like, hang on. He went back down banana. He's probably waiting for us. Nico gets 2 as a result. And Fleeve just waiting to die at this point in time and get Faze onto double digits.
He's got the armor to save. He knows the round's out of his grasp. Bomb planted. Halfway done at this point. Just seeing if there's any sort of exit potential. He can steal a kill away, get an AK, that'd be great, but there's no real reason to hunt him down, if I'm being honest. You know he hasn't got the gun. Sure. So you can eagle out of his hands, but they've got rifles to lose. So let's go try and stay alive here. Nico about survives, down to 3 HP. Around 17 full eco now for the game agents with that Deagle. So Fleeve will be the only one that can really do much about this. You won't see much else purchased here. A PT-50 for Gabe. Flashbang for Alive. They won't be doing in a particular stack here. There are 3 players heading towards B side of the map. Towards middle. Yeah, just to push the CTs back of the arrow at the top, allow Guardian to make his way up. Some damage. Nico a little bit uncomfortable now. Just needs to stay alive. He doesn't have to win that frag.
Takes out Keller. That starts it off in favor again for Faze. Alive's not up to the fight, not without his teammates who have wrapped around through Archie. He's about 2 steps behind, but no sooner to die. Down Kerrigan with all 3 kills, all on SMG. Fleeve's gonna back out. Deagle and armor. This will make it the 3-0 start for Faze. Pistols go 1-1. The advantage from the pistol is very different.
Absolutely. He's now feeling a bit more confident. They always look better on the T sides. Against these sort of teams, they can be hunting in a group instead of being up against it on the CT side. Doing some good work with the UMP, nothing to write home about, but you know, farming some cash, 3 with the UMP, and we get into the first gun round of the second half here. Let's see, fully invested. Is there an all for the CD side? Indeed there is. Color will have that. No utility to speak of though. Kids, the entire squad. What's going on here?
Not sure. I think Olaf might have been either typing or dealing something. I'm not sure what he was doing. One of the op passed over though. That's why they were looking at him. It manages to happen. This could actually... I'm curious now what was going on because he got caught leaving T stairs late, so he actually wasn't in a good enough position. That actually wouldn't have been available to them had they left spawn in a regular fashion. Perhaps situational, I know, but 3 versus 3. Kerrigan getting the response all the way down from the bridge. The bottom side of alt middle as Fleeve will work back into position.
Really nice stuff from Kerrigan. I'll get the double. He's alive now, trying to do what he can. 2 on 2. Certainly favor Faze. See, we split up 1 bomb side each. Middle, just to try and get an early call for his teammate if they do indeed come back, which they are. Face down middle, actually gets in the boiler room this time, looking towards second middle. So he missed both of them. They've already crossed paths. The timing, it's just horrific for him there. Come out on top here still. He peeks towards Arch right now. He's got a serious chance of finding both of them.
Oh, right now would be perfect, and he goes! Oh, what? But he doesn't hit either. That's a massive problem. As Gavison is now, that's arguably the round in itself, because they know that he's contained within the apartments. So Molotov down accordingly. He has worked out from Boiler. Olaf is ready for it. Finally, Gavison gets the kill back. Kerrigan gets the bomb down, chance to recover. You would have thought the spray would have landed. Gavison has struggled to get kills consistently on the board, but nonetheless, he gets the assist. 1 in this round, and yes, okay, it was a little bit hairy, but he still made the right decision in rotating back off of it, and they'll find their 8th round.
This is really good from Kerrigan. Look at the second shot towards the window. That's the Orba. Completely wrecked. But yes, a sigh of relief there for the CTs. Be thankful that the 2-2 went in their favor, even after the big miss. Much worse than that in terms of having players at the backs turned to you. 14 kills for the Alive. This is the final map of this particular series. We have one more to come after this, another best of 2 for you. We're going to be going right into the early hours. As Color, confidence, looks towards middle. Doesn't commit fully towards those T-steps. Looking at the underpass, second mid. Ooh. Boost coming in. You'll see Fallen do that a lot in SK Gaming. A lot of its kills on that side of the map from that particular boost.
It's a very tough shot to hit when they run so close to the wall, such as they did in that situation, so he only had about the top half of the hat to fire at. The terrorist model flashes out. Zero to back off. Fleeve finding 3 though, dropping the bomb down as well. It's gonna sit tight because now they're looking toward a 9th round, and this would certainly change the complexion of the game because money would be in tatters as well now for FaZe. Winner of this round essentially goes into an anti-eco situation, which would be lovely. Kill in return from the Alive.
Great stuff from Fleeve. That spray down was pretty epic. Not much of an execution there from FaZe. He's going for a contact play into a couple of flashbangs. You can see they weren't very effective. He gets 3. Bit of backup from his teammate there as well, Zero. This HUD doesn't show the assist, so we'll just give him a little shout out as well. Fleeve does go down. Opportunity now for Guardian and Nico here. Certainly capable of winning this round, but 30 seconds remaining. Bomb down. Color watching it like a hawk. Towards the apartment, he's trying to flash his teammate in. Hits Color actually, takes him down to 11 HP, and he'll go down in return.
Sen follows it on to Nico, round done, another in the books. And FaZe are not at all having an easy time. Maybe I should have taken that pie bet, Henry. Don't tell me it's not too late, because I'm still not going to. I just want to sound like maybe I believe.
Well, it's starting to get excited now. Splitting a series with FaZe would be absolutely fantastic for Game Agents. They've done it again, though. They've made it a very competitive game. Congratulations to them. It is an eco and a B rush from FaZe. They do manage to get at least 1 kill at the very start. Will they fully commit here? Oh my goodness, they might just do it. Color now hasn't really got the ideal weapon for the job. AWP on the site, contained by the oranges, and he'll have to hit everything here. He's not going to do it. He's going down. There's Zero to save the day. Maybe bail them out.
They did bail them out. Absolutely the right words for it. Keller hitting 1, but he was so limited with the AWP in that position, especially when you have pistols running at you. I know that sounds bizarre.
Yeah,
but unlike exactly that, and unlike a rifle, you don't necessarily have to come to a standstill to allow an AWP to lock onto you. You can just absolutely swarm. So bomb down. Kerrigan's going to try and work toward it. He's inched. Not being aggressive about this. There's no need to give up any isolated exchanges or favor Kerrigan whatsoever. 54 seconds. He's got tons and tons of time to work this, but even then, a tough task. Bomb plant needs to be an absolute, because this would only give them a 3rd round bonus. Gabeson certainly gives up his position toward Ruins by firing through the glass, but that's allowing Zero to get a little bit closer on noise cues. Kerrigan's found that, knows where Gabeson's going to be coming back out from, and it's suddenly an op versus op, 1 versus 1. And FaZe to potentially steal the round after 2 pistol kills in Banana. Kerrigan's lost track of where he's gone. This might always jump, though. He's jumped and Kerrigan heard it. If he stayed silent, he might have actually caught Kerrigan off, and Kerrigan knows that all he has to do is back out, stay alive, and he'll find the kill.
Really big round there from Kerrigan. 3 kills. It looked like Game Agents actually done enough there with a flank from Zero. Here it is on your screens once again. That seemed like that was the end of the round, but Kerrigan once again stepping up another great clutch here. 3 kills in total. Smart play. You can see Rain, although he's still confident they're going to win this game, that just takes the pressure off. He's going to force him onto an eco now, and that should be round number 13 guaranteed. So we're going to round number 22 here. CZs, P250s, only 1 piece of Kevlar there. It's on the body of Zero. Flashbang thrown in, Fleeve just the USB. Ambitious to try and find a kill at the top of the Banana there with that weapon, but it will fall back all the same after getting flashed.
Still only for Fleeve. Anything inside of the side as well. Bomb down at the bottom side of Banana. Guardian with an AWP takes quick care of Fleeve inside of the site, so the rest can sit comfortably. Go for the collective rotation, because Guardian going so far inside of B has now confirmed that Orange 1, Orange 2, new box, Emo, all clear. He'll confirm Ruins now as well. Nico's already pushing towards CT, so bomb play coming in any second. Fine from Zero, gives them a gun to carry over at least. AK as well.
That'll be beneficial on the CT side, absolutely. The HG to take into the next round, and armor as well. So Zero makes a nice little bundle into the next round, but Faze will find the win this time, ultimately. 13 rounds on the board now. Looking to steal a weapon away, perhaps, as he waits patiently at the bottom of Banana. There's no reason to push past this position, though, where Olaf is. Just hold by the logs. Into the lion's mouth here. Gabe, though, probably does challenge. Not much point taking a PT-50 the next round. Wants to see if he can get that AK. Here he goes. He won't get anything done, understandably so. 13-9. Game Agents better get double digits again. If they can do that twice against Faze, I'll be very happy with that. 9 kills, 14 for the Alive, 0 on 15. Some sort of a color.
They're back onto the AWP. Can make do with it. Gibson looking aggressive toward the top of the middle. Surprisingly, against just the Moss, but he's going to smoke it off smartly and then fall back. Bouncing his direction, but get clipped along the wall and therefore won't do any damage to him. Wave smoke down. Tagged to 29. Ivan and Gibson are actually going to play this together in tandem inside of the site, so that gives up some room. Rain's finding that room toward the arch. Now the question is, does he, I assume, rotate back and clear library for his team as well?
They got to commit, so he's going to kill rotating players as his teammates get ready on A. That's his objective, so he's not really part of this particular approach. Carrigan gets the kill. Zero in the pit still, and Rain will have a chance to show us what he's made up here. Zero kills absolutely everyone on the A side. Rain is waiting in spawn, but he had to fall back and help out his team. As he goes towards the library here, gets one, could find the second as well, because he's there. Still within a shout of winning this round, but Zero is playing out of his mind at this particular moment. He's to hit this, and now he has really got a chance. Good smoke deployment against Flav. They're both similar HP. He's playing the edge here as well. They go for the plant. That baits him out. Flav probably comes through the smoke at this point. Certainly does. 1 versus 1. Rain spots him. Can he find the shot? One bullet will do it from that AK-47. Drops a couple of flashes here just to make things a little bit more uncomfortable for the CT. Clear who's going to come out on top just yet. M4 can't find it. And it does in the end, and it looks like it will be Game Agents to win the round. Rain tried every trick in the book. The flashbang, the distraction, the jumping off the box. And Flav will indeed find double digits for Game Agents.
Almost too many tricks for Rain. Caught himself out maybe because round indeed. You're right, he went towards CT to try and hold those rotations, but the problem in doing so is that he never cleared up library, and therefore that meant they never actually ascertained the information that there was a 3-man crossfire set up toward the quad side, and that's exactly what they walked into. Zero getting the most of the kills, but Game Agents getting the round. That's all that matters. 13-10, 3 rounds between them in Faze. They'll buy this round, but they're going to be on tender hooks for money in the next, and Zero's already started off to get Kerrigan down.
How aggressive is this guy? And he's actually doing it very well. Every single time he goes for that push, it works out for him. 5 on 4. Zero does take 3 damage, but still, he's absolutely fine with that. Managed to remove Kerrigan, the in-game leader. They'll be slightly disjointed now. Trying to work out what the next play will be. Still talking, he's dead, of course. It's difficult to be really on top of things. Moved so early on. So go towards B. Looks like an execution is planned. 2 players wait to the other side. Flav and the Alive will be in the B site in terms of their utility. Nothing for Flav, and Alive with no flashbangs as well. It's still a very difficult buy. Whoever loses this round is going to be on the eco. This is huge. Game Agents can do this. He might even have a shot of winning this particular map.
Absolutely. No, I'm not ruling them out at all at this point in time. Still not accepting your pie bet, and not ruling them out. Molotov didn't land. That's supposed to be the one that goes toward Orange's 2. So Orange's 1 is covered, 2 is not. Nubox is in front side of Emo. They've at least got it figured out.
You know what? I think you might be wrong there.
Did you think it spilled over?
I think it goes on both of the boost boxes there, which is the most deadly position really on the map if you think about it.
I thought that might have been the second one, so maybe it did land. Okay.
It did hit both of those boost positions. What you think about it is quite cool, because then you don't have to check them on entry. You don't have to change your aim heights.
The fact that we saw it from the banana position led me to believe it didn't actually go that far, but you're right. When you think about the fact that both those boxes were lit, I don't think there was another Molotovs. That is pretty smart.
Yeah, if that is intentional, which I think it is, that's cool, because that's a really difficult position to recover from. Say there's a player boosted up, you have to kill him, then someone peeks from like Emo, for example, you've got to flick your aim down and then across. So that's kind of cool, just to kind of eradicate risks as you go in. Like, first oranges are quite easy to contain, really. If you player in there, he's not going to get more than one frag if you're playing it correctly.
Well, bomb detonates at Faze. Recover, as you said. It had to be a save because the winner of that would put the other team onto an eco. So 3 guns saved over. They can at least force out. Zero's got more than enough money to help in doing so. 14-10 if Faze win this one, then we're looking at the end of it.
Here we go then. Faze touching distance of closing this one out. Although the AWP has been great with that weapon so far, but the smoke will block his vision. 3 players on this side of the map, but he might just fall back towards A now, considering he knows he's going to be pretty redundant for the next 20 seconds or so. Ian, middle. Look at that first pick. Very defensive foul from the CT. You see them both on the bomb site. Cleve and Gabe will be there, cross-firing, one looking towards the Arch side, but remember, the Arch is completely open. Faze to go for one of those banana splits here. Carrigan through CT spawn with Guardian. Nico's already established that banana. That could be the call here. Now CTs will have no idea. Good news is they have 3 players at B. If that comes in, at least they'll have numbers on their side, but that play will come in either way. It will be an A side approach. Smokes in towards the bomb site and the library. Looking very uncomfortable now for the game agents. And the 2 players here, 3 are B. And Faze are all in. We'll see whether they can find the first kill. It's going to be Gabe to give them a slight advantage here.
Once the pit is cleared, though, they're going to know exactly that that corner is where he resides. The bigger problem is how do they... okay, well, that's how. I was going to say, how do they find Fleeve? Olaf has the angle from above. Guardian now just has to hold the rotation. And a 4 versus 3 bomb planted for Faze, and they may have to call it, and they are, to save again, because... previously mentioned, if they lose this, they're also onto an eco, so it's about playing the long game and giving themselves a realistic shot. Yes, it's a 4 versus 3. It's only a 1-man deficit. It's a long rotation from the B side of the map. Bomb's been planted for a while, and they would have had the post plant firmly established. So they'll carry over what they can. This will be a 2nd round bonus. Keller will have enough to help force this time, whereas Zero bought pretty much all in on the last round. He's got $800 residual.
Save those weapons, absolutely. 15-10 though. This is the 2nd map of this series. The first one was great, Cash. Very similar scoreline. 16-10, I believe, maybe even 11. But Game Agents have found double digits again. We said if they can do that twice, that'll be very encouraging for them as this squad shows themselves to be a bit of a dark horse here at this tournament. They won't make it out of the groups considering the competition here, but still good showing and a team that doesn't have much LAN experience. It's nice to see them actually apply some pressure to Faze here. Still not out of it just yet. It's never over until it reads 16 at the top, or 15-15 in this case. There's no overtime.
That is true. There is no overtime. You split the series on a draw, and it goes into a point system based on the round robin. It's a smart way to condense the schedule, given that it's...
yeah, it removes any overtimes and extra
which we would have had on one occasion today. Seems like that's more common. I remember when overtime was a rarity in Counter-Strike. It's all
like
the time
every day now.
Yeah, absolutely. Fleeve taking down Carrigan. Gabison's inside of the site, and is the last line of defense in the site because the rest are on rotation, meaning that it's going to be a rotate and retake for the end of the game. Nico's going to go as safe as he dare for the plant. Olaf will still have some vision of that bomb from within the pit, so Guardian's going to join him in a similar position, a like-minded AWP. Bomb ticks, they have to go soon. Flash that's not exactly masking anything, but it does catch out anyone directly inside of the site. Guardian and Nico for the crossfire. 0 with 1, but gets shut down immediately after. And Faze take this 2-0 as expected, but not quite the fashion you might have expected. Game Agents put up some numbers.
Yeah, they can hold their heads high here. Great performance from them. Shout out to Color, especially. Zero had some fantastic moments as well. They certainly made Faze feel uncomfortable with it. That was not a clean victory, and I think that's been one of the best games or the best series of the day. That's been really fun to watch. But it will be Faze. That's definitely them topping the group at this point, and they'll be making it to the playoffs, and it'll be up to the last game of the day to decide the fate of the rest of the group here.
Absolutely, and there is some interesting aspects of that group, obviously, with Virtus Pro having beaten Mousesports, gone 1-1, but also dropped a game earlier on. Game Agents certainly have put up numbers, and respectably so, but Faze remain unbeaten at the top of the group, and I don't know how you walk away from this game. They certainly showed some issues of what we might have used to be seeing from them. Duels weren't going their ways, a few missed shots. I think the timings were off a few times. I mean, basically what I'm saying is, was that a tier 1 performance from Faze?
The thing is as well, like, they would have been playing slightly differently. When you go up against opposition like that, you're not going to be playing like your
you also don't know what to expect.
You probably haven't put that much information to their demos and stuff like that. You're just kind of like a very loose style. It's not the same sort of preparation or mental state you go into against a proper team.
Well, with that said, yes, Henry.
You take it away.
Well, all right. You know what? I'm going to not take it away. I'm going to give it to Paul to take away.
All right, thanks very much. I've got Collar here on the stage. Not the circumstances that I know that you would want to be here because you would like to have won that game, but you guys played really well. What do you take away from playing a team as great as Faze?
I really enjoy playing against them. It was as hard as expected. They are one of the best teams in the world. We're trying to do our best, and on Cash, ANT side, we were able to do so. City side was bad. I guess kind of same on Inferno, even though we lost the Antico. So yeah, I don't know. We tried our best, and that's it.
You played really well, though. You should be proud of what you did.
Well, yeah, I guess we, as a team, played well, and everyone was kind of able to play at their best. That's it.
Okay, it's a great experience, though, surely, playing in front of a home crowd and playing one of the best teams in the world. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really nice. I would like to thank everyone who came out to here and cheered. And it was like, this is the first kind of real crowd that I play in front of, and it's really nice that it was able to be in my home country. So yeah, thank you everyone, and GG's.
Well done, Collar, well done. Not the winner they wanted, unfortunately. Let's get some breakdown from our panel members now.
Good stuff, Paul. Thank you very much. I must say, Duncan, I expected a blowout, but commiserations to Game Agents. They actually put up a good fight.
Yeah, obviously they had the nice start when it was on Cash.